All right, good afternoon, good morning, good day, everybody. Hello from Woodstock, Georgia. I have the pleasure to be here from my mom's house today. So happy to have you. This will be our first time kind of doing a joint session side by side. So we'll just see how it goes. We're going with the flow and we'll have fun with it. If you haven't met my mom, this is my mom, Sharon. All right. So go ahead, we're gonna just do a little bit of breathing, but I want you to start from a standing position. We're gonna do 2 cycles. We're gonna be doing 3 breaths in, about a 4-second inhale and a 4-second exhale, and make a point to like pause at the top and the bottom. And then we're gonna do a couple of gates of heaven in between, get some good blood flow going in through the spinal cord, hips, and the general body, and then we'll get a more structured movement from there. All right, so go ahead and get into a comfortable position. Standing is preferred. Palms in front of the chest. We're gonna breathe in, stretch tall. Reach the arms up to overhead as able, and nice long exhales as you drop the arms down. Very good. 2 more times, same thing. Feel free to close the eyes, palms together. Breathe in, stretch up. And exhale, let everything out. Fantastic. 1 more. Palms together, breathe in, stretch tall. Elongate through the spine, reach up, and nice slow exhale. Relax the arms down to the side. Let's one more person in. Fantastic. Go ahead and bring your eyes back open. And now we're going to start some gates of heaven. So let the arms be heavy, legs nice and relaxed, and just let the arms swing. Side to side here. Welcome, Christina. Great to see you. And just coordinate that exhale as the arms slap the body, breathe out. Just get a good, nice rhythm here. Very good. Couple more. Fantastic. Go ahead and bring it back together. Palms in front of the chest. Go ahead and close the eyes if you'd like. Breathe in, stretch tall. And exhale, reach out to the side. Fantastic. Palms together, breathe in, reach up. Think about trying to be long through your spine, like your head's reaching toward the ceiling, and exhale, drop the arms down to the side. Fantastic. Palms together, last one, breathe in. Stretching up as long as you can, stretch up out of the hips, and then nice and slow, let it out, drop the arms down to the side. Very good, and 1 more time through. Gates of heaven, arms are heavy. Just let them swing at the sides, guide through the hips. So just gently shifting one hip forward, then the other. Find that rhythm. Fantastic. Keep going there. Just get my clock set. All right. Stopwatch. Boom. Fantastic. So from there, you can go ahead and stay standing. Go ahead and bring the feet just underneath the hips. And we're going to go with some seal jacks. You're going to start with the arms in front of the chest. Open the chest, reach one leg out to the side. Close it in, and open to the other side. Very good. Just get your rhythm there, nice and smooth. Very good. Pay attention that you don't let those shoulders shrug up towards the ears. So think shoulder blades back and down. And if you want this to be more explosive, you could do a regular jumping jack with seal jack here. It would be more explosive like that. Otherwise, just step it out. Very good. Next, we're going to practice some balance. You're going to pretend you're staying on a tightrope where you're going to go left foot in front of the right and just have the foot stand one in front of the other. Reach the arms out to the side, and you can either keep the eyes open, or if your balance is pretty sturdy with the eyes open, you can close your eyes and just find your center here. Think about lifting up out of the hips, holding nice and smooth. I'm like you're on that imaginary tightrope. And then pay attention to the shoulders. Watch that they don't shrug up towards the ears, so shoulder blades back and down. Very good, couple more. Very good, and relax. Excellent. Let's go ahead and circle the hips around. Hands on the hips, circle the hips. We're gonna go 3 to 5 hip circles one direction, and then 3 to 5 the other way. We got a nice humid afternoon here in Georgia. Mom says outside.
It's starting to get dewy.
Get a good sweat going here. Make sure you reverse directions if you haven't. All right, before we switch to the other leg on the tandem stance, we're gonna do a knee to elbow. So you're gonna reach one arm up, opposite leg, begin to bring that knee towards the elbow and then unstretch. And then opposite side, and just get your balance here. If you're a little bit off balance, you can balance near a wall or a chair. Very good. Elbow to the knee and open it up. Lift up through the midline. Watch not to let the hips kick out. Good job. A couple more each side. Very nice. I mean, how can we go in the basement when we have this nice, beautiful green backdrop and everything else? All right, we're gonna go tandem on the opposite side. This time, right foot forward and left foot directly behind. Again, just like you're trying to balance on a tightrope. Then lift up through the core, tall chest, try to stack the head right over the shoulders and find that center point. We're gonna hold here about 30 seconds. You're pretty sure-footed with the eyes open. Go ahead and close those eyes. Woo-hoo. Extra challenge there. Whoop. Nice work. Couple more seconds, keeping those shoulders down. And relax. All right, last one, we're gonna go back to the top. Next, we're gonna be marching the knees up and punching the arms across the body. So march and punch. You can make this like a running high knees if you wanted higher impact. And with the running high knees, you may not want to punch across the body. You could just drive the arms at the side. Otherwise, we'll work the right brain and the left brain with those arms across. Good work. As you're lifting the knee, lift the foot as well. You can imagine if you were trying not to trip over something, you wouldn't want that foot to be drooping down. So lift those toes up. All right, from here, we're going to go back to our seal jacks. Palms together. Legs steps to the side. Here we go. We're gonna go one more time through that cycle that we just did. Very nice. Good work, keeping the shoulder blades back and down, finding your rhythm. All right, and from the seal jacks, we're going back to the tandem stance. Left foot in front this time. Right foot lines up directly behind. Lift up, stack your shoulders over your hips and head over your shoulders, holding strong. And you can go arms out the side or hands on the hips, whatever feels better. Arms out to the side is gonna feel a little bit better for that balance, but hands on the hips will be a little bit more challenging. Halfway, keep lifting and holding. It's one of those exercises that it sounds easier than it is. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Back to the hip circles. Hands on the hips, circle those hips around, driving them back, out the side, just nice and smooth. Feeling for any stiffness. As you let the hips swing forward, engage the glutes so you don't overextend through the low back. And if you haven't, go ahead and reverse directions. Cycle the hips around, forward and back. Very good. From the hip circles, we're gonna go to that standing knee to elbow. So again, if you need to balance on something, please feel free, lift up out of the hips, one arm up, opposite knee comes either to meet the elbow or towards the elbow. And here we go, nice and smooth, alternating side to side. To make this more challenging, you could pause with that elbow against the knee and then open up. So you can bring it in, hold, and then open from there. However you'd like to do it. About 10 more seconds here. And then we'll go the tandem on the right foot forward. Fantastic. Right foot forward, left foot lines up behind. Lift up. Find something straight ahead to focus on. Eyes opened or eyes closed, your choice. Tall chest, shoulders back. Fantastic. Halfway through. There you go. And 3, 2, 1, go ahead and relax. And then final little bit here are marching and punching. So I guess I should have said relax just yet. Finish it out here, and then we'll grab a drink of water. Very good. Depending on how you've been feeling recently, pace yourself through it. Make adjustments as needed. If you've been a little bit run down, feel free to shorten the exercises and times that we work. All right, go ahead and shake it out. Grab a drink of water. We're gonna go into some activation work next, where we're gonna get our glutes firing and do a little bit more core work in between a couple of stretches focused on the hips and hip flexors. So let's talk about the exercises and then we'll go through it together. The first one's gonna have two options. I'm gonna be doing the elevated knee to elbow, where I have my bench here that I'm gonna support on. So I have both hands on the bench, walk the feet back. I'm gonna bring one knee up to that elbow on the same side of the body, and then I'm gonna extend straight back behind. Knee to the elbow or towards the elbow, extend straight back, focus to fire those glutes, all right? The other option would be the quadruped knee to elbow. So Sharon, my mom, is gonna do that. She's gonna hold nice and strong through the midsection. She's gonna reach, yep, you can show on this side. So she's gonna bring the knee into the elbow, extend straight back. Yep, keep it nice and strong and square, all right? So and then say on round 2, we're gonna do this twice through. If she wanted more of a challenge, she could also add the opposite arm. So you would reach, show that one, we're gonna reach this arm out and this leg at the same time. Yep, so arm and leg holding nice and smooth, and then she could bring the elbow towards the knee under the body. There you go, and extend and reach. Fantastic, and rest. All right, after that knee to elbow, we're gonna do a quad stretch. So either lying on your side, she's getting her exercise here. Either that side lying quad stretch, you grab the foot, pull the heel towards the glute, or you can do it standing if you need to. Get a towel or a band, grab onto that ankle, and pull up from there, looking to stretch the front of the thigh, okay? Our second exercise, or rather our third, would be our squat sit. So recommend holding on to something for some stability, like a chair, like the corner of like a doorway. You're gonna hang on and you're gonna gently sit back into that squat as far as you're confident. And you can kind of spend a little bit of time down there and then come back up to standing. So try not to twist, just stay in square, reaching back. There you go. And then use your upper body as needed to bring yourself back up to standing, okay? More advanced version would be to squat down. You can hold on to one foot and then bring the other arm up. So if your squat's pretty steady, you don't need assistance, you could do a squat sit with an alternating overhead reach, okay? And then our last exercise is either gonna be the Cossack stretch, opening up through the thighs here, or on the ground, the quadruped leg rock. Yep, kick one leg out to the side. Yep, and then you're gonna rock the hips back to the heel. Exactly. So she's opening up the inner thigh. From the front, it looks like this. One leg's out, and you just gently sit back, okay? All right, so starting on that hip extension, either down on all fours or elevated up on the surface. We're gonna go 8 reps on each side, and then we'll rotate sides. Let's start with the right leg first. We are staggered here. Hopefully it doesn't look like I'm gonna kick her in the head. Okay. Nice and strong, here we go. Knee towards the same side elbow, extend straight back, engage in that glute. Add somebody in. And 3, 4, nice. 5, yep. 6, remember to stay strong in the core, engage in the glute. Fantastic, one more. And there's 8, very good. Either sit up or stand up, just a short rest. And then let's go, same thing on the other side. Back down. What'd you do, right leg last? Yes. So now we'll go left leg, left knee to the elbow, and extend straight back. In. Keep your breathing consistent here. Here's 3. Breathe in, and exhale as you extend the leg. 7, and one more, should make it right about 8. Fantastic. We're gonna go into that quad stretch next. You wanna stand and do it, that's fine. You can balance on that little chair over there, and I'll come down on the ground. Okay. All right, so let's go quad stretch next. If you haven't started already, try to get that foot and bringing it towards the hip. And if there's any stretches, we do a lot of the similar stretches. If anyone's struggling with any of them, feel free. You can either reach out to me individually. I can make adjustments as needed. If you need different modifications, don't hesitate to ask. All right, and go ahead and switch legs. Let's go 20 seconds on the other side. Grab that heel, pull it towards the glute. Nice breeze. Fantastic. All right, next we're gonna go into that squat sit. So this is just to help kind of warm up that squat. A lot of times people can get more range of motion in a squat sit with or holding with the upper body than they can with an unassisted squat. So whenever you're ready, hold on. We'll take about 20 seconds here. So you can come up and down as much as you want. Just really emphasize having control of the movement. Up. Standing up when you're ready. Maybe about one more or so. You want to focus to keep those heels nicely planted, and I have a slight toe out as well. So instead of my toes being pointing straight ahead, I have them slightly angled out as I go into that squat. Okay? Fantastic. All right. And then if you want to do the standing Cossack, I'll do it on the ground. Next, we're going to open up those inner thighs. So either standing with a nice wide base stance or come back down to all fours. We're going to kick one leg out to the side or just lunge to one side. Make sure you really keep the weight through the heel. So those of you that are standing, let's go 3 to 5 to each side. So if you're standing, I'd recommend either going all to one side or you can even be alternating. And you may want to be balancing on that same structure that you use to balance for the squat sit. All right, let's go ahead and switch if you haven't. Come to the other side? Okay.
Do 2 on each side.
Okay. Every time I looked up, you were on the same side, so no. All good. All right. So we're going to go back down through that sequence. So starting with the elevated knee to elbow or quadruped knee to elbow. However you prefer, we're going to go back to a set of 8. And then we'll be into our first part of the weight training. All right, right leg first. Here we go. Knee towards the elbow. Strong in the core, strong through the shoulders, extend that leg straight back. Smooth breathing. And you want to think about really extending the leg like I'm trying to be as long as I am from the bottom of my foot to the top of the head. Got 7. And one more. There's 8. Fantastic. Go ahead and kneel to rest or stand to rest, whichever makes most sense. Shake it out. And then let's get set up. Go ahead and finish out the other side. So left leg this time, knee in towards the elbow. Engage the glute. There's 4. About 5. 3 more. As you start to get fatigued, keep the core engaged. Don't let that low back tip. And 8. Excellent. Go ahead and grab a drink if you need, and then we're going to go into that quad stretch next. All right. Standing or side lying. Remember, again, you can use a towel or something to wrap around that foot. Okay, you can do this like on the side of the bed or a couch as well. Bed would be easier because you don't have that backstop. And let's go 20 seconds here. Nice work. As you're stretching the front side of the leg, we're open on the hip flexor here. You can think about engaging and contracting the glute, the back side. That's going to help just relax the front. Good, and relax and switch sides. Same thing on the other side. Again, just showing how we can kind of wrap the towel around our foot or ankle. And you just want to make it sure that you're not like, kind of like torquing the knee or twisting through the knee. That thigh should be just a nice parallel fashion. You don't want to have like the foot up or that would be the most common thing, would be to pull the foot up and twist the leg out, or rather in. So just keep it lined up with the hip. All right, from the quad stretch, now we're going into that squat sit. You can balance on the doorway or a chair. Let's talk about the feet set up this time. So we're gonna go about hip width apart, slight toe out, and then when you're ready, you're gonna send the weight back, bringing your hips down below the knees as able, staying nice and strongly planted through the foot. And I like to kind of shift side to side a little bit, come up when you're ready. This should not be painful, or if you do feel a little stiff, it should feel better as you go. If your body is ever feeling more stiff or starting to give you the feeling of pain as you're moving, I recommend taking a break from whatever you're doing. Listen to the body. All right, fantastic. And last one here, either that Cossack stretch, feet outside the hips, side to side, or come back down to all fours for the leg rock. I'm gonna show it from the side this time. So 3 to 5 each side. Looking to open up the inner thigh. Anyone that's down on all fours, sometimes you may feel it like in the lateral part of your shin. Depending upon where your body is holding the tension. Excellent. Kick it out the other side if you're down on all fours. All right. As you might imagine, we're warming up for some squatting. And with the upper body, we're going to be doing some single arm rows. I'll show you the little whiteboard. Left out the details. 3 rounds, 30 seconds of each. We're going to squat. You're welcome to add weight to your squats. Rowing with the left arm, rowing with the right arm, and then we'll do a stretch. 3 sets. So the squat we pretty much talked about pretty well. If you want to hold weights, a couple of different ways we'll talk about today. One, you could hold it up at the shoulders. I have 2 weights in each hand. I'm gonna slowly sit back and stand tall, okay? You're also welcome to squat to a bench if you don't feel confident to squat without an assist. Couch or a chair, I would sit back, try to just lightly touch, and then stand from there, okay? The other option would be to hold the weight like this. Underneath the chin, we call this like a goblet squat. So Sharon's got her weight underneath the chin, setting the hips back, and stand strong. Yep. And then just focus and keep those knees driving out. Don't let them dive in as you lower. That's better. Good. Knees out to stand. Knees out, knees out. Good. So there's our squat. And then do you want to demo the 1-arm row where you balance? So you're here, and then pulling in. All right. So with the row, a couple of options. If you have a surface to balance on, you'll support on one hand. And let's have the one leg step back. So this leg steps back. Yep, there you go. So she want to be nice and long in the torso, and then she's going to bring the elbow above the torso. Good. So staying strong in the core, reaching forward, and then elbow comes up nice and high. Awesome. If you don't have anything to balance on, just go into a lunge. So I'm just in a long lunge, and now I go forearm on the thigh, and I'm going to row from here. Okay, so that's how I'll be doing it. And then I'll take you through some stretches. Pretty straightforward. Squat, 30 seconds, row on the left, row on the right, and then we all stretch together. Questions? All right, thumbs up. Well, let's get set for your first set of squats. And we're gonna go in 10 seconds. Find where you're comfy. Okay, just don't go too heavy that your knees are diving in. Set those feet outside the hips, tall chest, and here we go. Sit back, drive through the feet and stand. Good job. I recommend moving with control, but if you're a more experienced athlete and you want to move faster, you're welcome to. I do recommend, regardless of your fitness level, you at least spend certain phases of your training moving with control over speed, because it's going to keep your tendons nice and healthy and happy. Last 1, 2, 1, and rotate. Very good. We're going to go single arm row on the left arm first. Mom started with heavier weight than me on that first squat. It's all good, not a competition. Here we go. And begin when you're ready. Elbow high, reach down and forward. So this is one that we want to not have the shoulder up towards the ear, but rather thinking shoulder blade back and down on the torso. Halfway through, you can pause against the chest, reaching forward, up and in. Nice work. 2, 1, and rotate. Go ahead and stand up in between sides. Nice work. All right, nice long stance. Forearm on the thigh or hand on the desk. You can stay down there. 2, 1, and here we go. Elbow up. Did you say fly?
Yeah.
And reaching forward. Got some horse flies coming to say hello. Good job. Elbow high. And that weight should ideally be like right at the front of the rib cage. 10 seconds left. Very good. And 2, 1, and rest. Awesome. Go ahead and grab a drink. All right, first stretch we're gonna do, whether you have a broomstick or a PVC around or not, if you don't have one, you can also use a band or like a scarf or a towel. Oh, you have a, perfect. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and show it with the band. So we're gonna bring our arms up to overhead and we're gonna stand in a little bit of a stagger position. From here, we're gonna side bend, staying strong in the core, and I'm literally just side bending the body. Feel this like through the side and the side, a little bit of the front of the hip. After you've done a side bend about 3 times, now we're gonna rotate towards that front leg. So push the arms up high to overhead and rotate towards your right leg. Up and twist. Gonna pause in that rotated position. Keep those arms extended nice and high. One more. Awesome. Shake it out and let's switch sides. So that was left foot forward for me. Check in if you did the same. And next we're gonna go, oh, wait a minute, nope, sorry. Right foot forward, I lied. Now we'll go left foot forward. Left side, right side. All right, arms up to overhead, push high towards the ceiling. We're gonna start with those side bends. So lateral flexion or side bending about 3 times. So bend towards your front leg. Side bend towards the leg that's in front of your body. There you go. My apologies if I didn't say that. And now we're gonna rotate our torso towards the front leg. So I'm pushing high, back to neutral, and then rotate. Back to neutral, and rotate. Very good. Go ahead and bring that down behind the back of the neck if you're able to do so, and just go ahead and push up and down a couple times. If you tend to be really stiff or rounded forward in the upper body, you can use a broomstick or even like a scarf a few times a day, or anytime you kind of notice that you're stiff and just open up. Awesome. All right, after that, go ahead and shake it out. Grab a quick sip. If you want to increase weight on your squats, you can. Otherwise, feel free to stay the same. We're gonna start in 10 seconds. Forgot to bring any intermediate weights over there by the shed. All right.
What do you need?
Nothing.
Okay.
And 3, 2, 1, here we go. Nice controlled, standing smooth. Keeping those heels planted the whole time, but try not to let the toes lift up. So a lot of times when I tell people to get into their heels on squats, I see all the toes lift up. You lose the activation of your arch when you lift up those toes. So think about pushing your big toe down at the same time as the heel. It's gonna help keep the arch of your foot activated, which stabilizes your leg all the way up the chain. And 2, 1, go ahead and rotate. Fantastic. Single arm row is next. Starting with that left arm. There you go. All right, nice long stance. And 2, 1, here we go. Elbow high, reach it forward. And now that we're on round 2, if you're feeling a little bit warmer, feel like you want to move a little bit faster, feel free. I still recommend pausing in that top position, but you could just not be quite as deliberate on the way down, just a little bit smoother than last time. Work. Kind of forgot exactly what time we started. Let's go 5 more seconds in 3, 2, 1, rotate. Mine, I got a couple extra reps on that side. All right, right side next. Keeping that nice long stance. I'll pay attention this side. And 2, 1, here we go. Elbow high. Your shoulder blade is like similar shape to a triangle with one of the points pointing down your back. You can think about trying to take that part of the shoulder blade and pinning it against the spine in the top part of the row. So imagine if you were trying to touch your shoulder blade towards the spine as you pull that hand and weight up and into the torso. Good work. 5 seconds. And 2, 1, and rotate. Awesome. All right, for the next stretch, if you want to come down on all fours, it's this one, quadrupeds. I'll show it seated. Mom's going to do it down on the floor. So we're doing our quadruped or our seated thoracic rotations. So we're going to go one hand behind the head, bring the elbow towards either, for my mom, she's going to go towards the opposite elbow and then open. I'm going to go to the opposite thigh and then sit tall and rotate looking over that shoulder. Let's get between 5 and 8 on each side. Breathe in as you close, and then as you rotate and open, exhale. Pausing in that open position. Those of you seated, I like to even kind of use my hand on that opposite leg. So I'm twisting to the right and have my left hand on the left knee just to help give a little bit extra twist. And go one more. And if you haven't, go ahead and switch. Same thing, other side. Those of you that are doing this seated, as you rotate, sit really tall and then look over that same side shoulder. Elbow to the thigh, sit tall, looking over the shoulder. Those of you on all fours, just make a point to look up towards the sky or ceiling. One more. Very good. All right, after you finish those, grab a drink. We'll get ready for our last round of this circuit. And if you're someone that's new to this class, I recommend maybe call it after 2 rounds. You can just kind of march in place, shake it out, or fast forward if you're watching a video. Otherwise, get ready for that last set of squats. All right, and whenever you're ready, going in 3, 2, 1, and begin. Controlling down, or if you feel ready for it, you could go a little faster. Just keep good technique. Very good. Christina, chest tall as you squat down. Try to keep your chest a little bit taller. Looks good, Monica. Nice, Kathy. Very good. Less than 10 seconds. Breathing through it. And 2, 1, rotate. Awesome. Left arm row, final set of rows. How you doing? Good? All right. And 2, 1, here we go. I never know my mom to be so quiet. Nice to have a workout partner on here. Nice job, everybody. Keeping the shoulder down, reaching it forward. Fantastic. Last one, 2, 1, and rotate. Nice job. All right. Nice long stance. Yeah, the breeze is beautiful. Get in position. 2, 1, here we go. Make sure you're long in the spine, engage in the core, and ideally don't stare at the screen. Try to keep your head neutral. So once you see what we're doing, like line up your head with the rest of your spine. So you shouldn't be kind of up and looking to the side. Even though I tend to try to watch some of you all. Great high elbow position, Kathy. Fantastic. And 3, 2, 1, rest. Awesome. Final stretch. We're going to do figure 4 if you want to do it lying. We're going to go figure 4 stretch. My mom will go on the floor. I'm going to go seated. Let's start with your right foot on the left thigh. So seated, you're going to pull your foot as far as you can up on the opposite leg. I'm going to sit nice and tall and then gradually lean forward. Mom's down on the ground. She can go ahead and rest the head back. She's got one foot on the opposite thigh, and then she's pulling that leg in towards the chest. We're looking to open up the outer hip on the right side here. When we're stretching, just ease into it. Try not to have it be where you think you need to wince to stretch. If you're like in pain, back out of it and switch sides. Good. Those that are seated, make sure you sit nice and tall, bow forward. You can use the hand on the same side knee if you want to give a little overpressure, but if you're getting a nice strong stretch without it, don't worry about that. Opening up the hips. And then just pay attention to the stretches that we do together and ones that really speak to your body. Try to incorporate them into your everyday life. You have a program you like to watch or before or after you brush your teeth, good time to do it. All right, go ahead and relax there. Feel free if you'd like to repeat that once more on each side, and I'm going to talk about the next piece. I'll let you know when we're at 20 seconds if you want to stretch the other side. All right, part B is going to be 2 short sets. We're going to do an upright row or a pull apart and lateral step over, or if anyone has like a box that they want to step up on, you're welcome to do that. I'm just going to show the step over. So let's first talk about the upright row. Okay, so I've got the dumbbell here. I'm going to come a little closer. I'm holding my hands right in the center of the dumbbell. I want to make sure I'm not arched. So stand tall, shoulders back, and now we're going to bring both elbows together up towards the ceiling. Controlling it down. Elbows come nice and high. Yep. And you don't want to have any pinching in the front of the shoulders when you're doing that. If you do, I recommend doing the alternative exercise, which is a pull apart. Ideally, you want to have like a resistance band for the pull apart. You're going to keep the shoulders down, and you're simply going to literally pull the band apart. Back and down, pulling it apart, okay? If you don't have a band, but this doesn't feel good to you, just pretend you have a band. Close the hands, open, and I'm really emphasizing squeezing the shoulder blades back. So without the band, you're gonna get a bigger range of motion, but you can still get that benefit of just basically engaging the back between the shoulders. Otherwise, we're doing those high pulls, okay? The other exercise is our step over. So I'm just gonna pretend I have a weight and a step over and back, over and back. Like I said, if you have a box, you could step up and stand up on the box and then step off the other side. Otherwise, just join us with the step overs. Just 2 rounds of that one, and we will do a stretch after each. Questions? All right. Let's do it. Going in 10. You got what you need? Yep. All right. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Either elbows high. Go ahead and come a little closer if you can. Or shoulders back and down. Yep. Very good. Very nice. Let's get fun from here. Good job. 10 seconds. That's good, Monica. Good job, Christina. That looks nice, Diane. Elbows high. There you go. And 3, 2, 1, and rotate. Good. We're going to take 15 seconds in between. If you're ready to go and you want to start early, you're welcome to start your step overs early. Otherwise, 2, 1, and here we go. And you can have a low hurdle or a high hurdle. As you get more confident, you can even make your hurdle higher, right? Just making sure that you're stabilizing through the hips, stepping side to side, Anyone that wanted something more dynamic could do a lateral jump as well. All kinds of options for your fitness today. And 2, 1, and rest. All right. First stretch, we're going to stretch the triceps with a tricep side bend. So go ahead. You can do this seated if you want to take a little bit of a break. If you're just going to stay standing, feet just outside the hips, let's start with your left arm. Reach it straight up in the air. Go ahead and bend the elbow. Keep your chest tall so we don't want to cave forward. Reach up, grab the elbow, and now we're going to bend to the side. So stretch long and bend to the side. Smooth breathing. And down. Fantastic. Let's go ahead and swing the arms back and forth. Alternate which arm comes on top. And then we'll stretch that other side. Oh, thank you, Breeze. All right, whenever you're ready, opposite arm. So now we're onto the right arm. Bend that elbow. Remember not to let those ribs lift up. So ribs down, core engaged, reach up, neck neutral, and side bend. Breathe, elongate, meaning stand tall up out of your hips and through the spine as you come back to neutral. Exhale as you bend. Let's get one more. Fantastic. Go ahead and swing those arms up and down this time, up and down. Awesome. Very good. All right. Very nice. Whenever you're ready, we're going to get ready for that last round. I'm going to go to the high pull this time, and we'll have Mom do the pull apart. Getting shoulders down, pulling it apart. All right, going in 10. Standing nice and neutral, core tucked in, 2, 1, and begin. Very good. High pulls, let those elbows lead the way. It's like I have a string from the ceiling, pulling my elbows straight up towards my ears. Halfway. Those of you working those pull aparts, keeping those shoulders down. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Strengthen that back. Fantastic. And 3, 2, 1, and rotate. Getting ready for those lateral step overs. If anybody wants to start early, feel free. Up and over. Otherwise, get nice and square through the hips. 2, 1, here we go. 30 seconds here. Again, if you want to do lateral hops, you can. Just make sure that it's appropriate for where you are. Jumping can be more, well, not can be. Jumping is more impactful on our joints. Mom and I have the synchro going. Nice work, everybody. And 3, 2, 1, and shake it out. Awesome. Go ahead and grab a drink, and we'll have one more stretch. All right, our next stretch is going to be eagle arms. So we're going to start with the right arm on top. You're going to have the right arm come up, left arm's going to swoop under. Let's come in nice and close. And then we're going to try to kind of bring the palms together. I'm pushing to figure out which is which. My left hand's pushing into my right hand as my left elbow pushes up against and the right one pushes down. So it's just kind of a little puzzle here with your own upper body. And ideally, you want to feel a little bit of a stretch in the outside of the shoulder through here. And breathe. Very nice. Shake it out. Good work. That was right arm on top. So next we're going to go left arm top. Left on top, right sweeps under. Interlace those hands. Drive one up, drive one down, and then push. Right hand pushes the left palm down. Breathing. Awesome work. Good to see you stretching, Penny. And relax. All right, last arm openers. We're gonna go palms together in front of the body, turn them to an angle, and let's go 5 openers here diagonally. So open the chest, close the chest. Like our hungry, hungry hippos. 4 and 5, and switch direction. Opposite arm on top, open through the chest, close it down 5 times. Good, working against all of our conveniences of daily life that tend to have everything right in front of the body. Keep ourselves strong and upright and shake it out. All right, we're on to our last piece. Would you be a huge favor?
Yes.
If you could get the 35-pound that's over there by the gate. Okay, we're gonna be doing some planks and carries. This is similar to what we did a week or so ago, but now I extended out the length of time a little bit. So last time we had between 20 and 60 seconds. Now we're going between 30 and 60. Either a carry with a march, or you can walk around your space, and then a plank. So based upon your ability level, you wanna decide how long you hold it for, and we're not gonna have built-in rest. It's just gonna go one to the next. So let's talk about a couple of different options. So one, if you don't have any weights to use, just march around for up to 60 seconds. If you have weights you can hold, we wanna hold some weights. So I could hold 2 weights at the side and do what we call like a farmer's walk or a farmer's march, okay? If they're a little bit lighter, I could hold them up at my shoulders and walk from there. If you wanted an extra big challenge on the shoulders, you could hold it up to overhead, or even one up and one down and march from there, okay? And then the other option would be, say you have 1 weight, you could hold it right up at the chest. We'd call this like a goblet position, and you could carry it up here. Just watch if you're up here or any of the movements, we don't want to have ourselves slouch. So this is a postural exercise as well as like some stamina work, okay? So any questions on where to hold the weight or anything to carry? And maybe you don't have weights, but you have like a water bottle or something, you can hold that. Thanks, Mom.
I made it.
Oh, you carried both of them. Woo! I got a strong mama.
It was tough over the gravel with my bare feet.
All right, from the carry, we go right into a plank. So you could do your plank to an elevated surface, meaning you would place your hands like on the side of a couch or the back of a couch and walk the feet out and holding to the top of a plank. Or you can be down on the floor, holding like on your forearms. So it's just gonna go forearms on the ground. Forearms on the floor, forearm plank. Yep. And then walk your feet back. Just a front plank.
Oh,
yep. Okay. And we're planking. So holding nice and solid here. So we want to avoid like sinking down between the shoulders. So she's doing a great job pushing up here, and she's holding a nice, strong, what we call like a hollow type of position, not letting those hips arch and low back extend. Go ahead and rest. All right. Extra challenges would be like a 3-legged plank, okay, where I could be holding on one and like lift up one leg. I could be down the forearms as well. All right. Or I mean, if you wanted to really get fancy, you could go like a 2-legged plank, holding 2 on one side. And I'll be giving you like every 15 seconds so you can break it up from there. Like I said, we're gonna be going for 3 rounds, and we're not gonna have any official rest. You just rest as you need as we go through. Any questions? All right, 6 minutes of work. I'm just gonna go ahead and reset the clock. Starting with a carry. And you're welcome, but being that we have 3 rounds, if you wanna get a little heavier with your carry each round, you can do that. I'm gonna work for about 45 seconds and give about 15 to rotate. 2, 1, and begin. Different weights here. Marching in place or walking around your area. Pay attention to your posture. Chest tall, shoulders back. There's our first 20 seconds down. Very good, there's 30.
I used to be in the marching band.
There we go, 40. That's 45. If you want to start to transition towards the plank. Very good, there's 50. Getting ready to plank. And 2, 1, here we go. Got mom on the ground. I'm demonstrating that elevated plank. My surface doesn't really work elevated here to be on my forearms, so I'm just pushing up through my hands. Very good. Stay engaged. Can't see the clock. Nice job. There's 20 seconds. And as you choose how long to hold these planks, the biggest thing I recommend is don't go to where you're going to fail, meaning you're going to collapse down. And also I recommend not going to the point that you lose good techniques. If you feel your back start to arch, go ahead and give yourself a break. That's 40 seconds. 45. Excellent job. That's 50. If you want to transition back to your march, we'll start round 2 in 5 seconds. Feel free if you want to change up the weights. 2, 1, and round 2. Here we go. So think about lifting your chest throughout, chest tall, shoulders back, kicking the feet up. Very good. 25 seconds done. That's 30. Good job. 40. 45. 50. Feel free to rotate if you'd like. Getting ready for those planks. And 2, 1, head into your plank. Good job. Holding strong, breathing smooth. This is a good one on that plank. Focus on head neutral. So you should be looking like right between your arms or hands. If you're supporting between your hands, you should be making a nice big handprint. We talked about the arches of the feet earlier, pushing those toes down. With the hands, if you spread those fingers out, you'll activate the arches of the hand. That's 30 seconds. Keep lifting up through the midsection, but try not to pike your body. Great, Sharon. 40 seconds. This is round 2. We just have one more to go after this. And that's 50. Good job. Getting ready to rotate into the final round. Whenever you're ready, 2, 1, and begin. If you need to grab a drink or anything, feel free. Otherwise, less than 2 minutes total till we're all done with the whole exercise. Or the whole workout, I should say. Lifting the knees, lifting the feet. Watching where you step. 20 seconds. I played the piccolo. Love it. And I played the flute, but not in the marching band. 35 seconds. 40. My mom's got great stories about a really hot day in Florida. They marched for hours. 45, 47, 50.
That was Illinois.
Oh, it was Illinois?
Yes.
I thought it was Florida. All right, final plank coming up, everybody. 2, 1, and head into your plank. 10 seconds done. Go to that happy place, breathe in and holding, try to make this your best one. That's 20. Holding strong. If you need to rest for a second, rest. You can always jump back in if you'd like to rejoin. That's 30. This is the end of the workout, so we'll try to go a whole minute if you can. There's 40. 45. Keep lifting. 50. You're still hanging on. Good job. 55. And 2, 1, and all done. Woo! All right, round of applause, everybody.
Zippy, zippy.
Couple stretches, and then we'll go ahead and call it. All right, let's first go ahead and go behind the back stretch. So either with a towel or just interlace the hands. Stretch back behind. Open up through the chest. You can stay standing tall. If you're staying tall, think about just lifting those arms up without lifting the ribs up. So ribs down, or you can add that forward bend. Set your feet a little bit wider apart. Yep, and then pull that chin in. There you go. Forward bow if you'd like. Keep lifting the arms up. And when you're ready, shake it out. Fantastic. And then let's go a cross body stretch with a standing lunge, or stagger stance. So we're going to stagger stance the feet. I have my right foot back. With the right foot back, I'm going to reach the right arm forward, grab that right elbow, and now we're going to gently pull across the body as I gently shift those hips forward. So we're stretching the outer shoulder and front of the hips. Nice deep breaths. Fantastic. So let's go ahead and switch sides. So left foot. Oh man, I always mess that up when I switch sides. Other arm, grab the left elbow. It's the basic things sometimes. Remember to engage the glute as you gently shift those hips forward and shake it out. All right, last one. Where'd the band go? Right here. Okay. So aptly stretch. You can use a band, or I'm gonna put a little charging cord to use here. There you go. You can use that one. So we're gonna reach one arm up to overhead. Let that towel or charging cord down behind you, and I'm gonna grab it, and you're gonna slowly, I'll just go this way, slowly work the hands together. And we're just trying to keep the chest as tall as you can. So we don't want to crunch forward, nice and broad, and holding here. Oh, here, let me help you out. Yeah, that's better. There you go. If you're able to interlace the fingers, you could also interlace the fingers here. I've never been able to do that. All right, shake it out. Same thing other side. So I had the right arm up. I'll go left arm up. Oops. Charging cord is not as easy as the band. That's okay. Reach up, grab it, and pull together. All right, everybody, this will be our last stretch. You could also recommend repeating any of the previous stretches we did. Figure 4 would be a good one, keeping the quads open. Otherwise, really appreciate you coming and working out with us. And make sure you're drinking plenty of water. It's a hot time of year in lots of the country, so keep hydrated. Anything you want to say, Mom?
Hot. It's very hot.
All right, guys. Thanks for coming. Hope to see you next time. I'll go ahead and stop the recording.